What's up, YouTube? My name is Ty, financial advisor. Welcome to my channel. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here is RDBX, Redbox Entertainment. This finishes at $10.09 today. That is down 33.92%.
And it's gone.
So we've been covering this stock for almost 2 months now, since this first squeezed, pulled back, and then squeezed again. I did make a video last week saying that at some point the squeeze will have to end. It's going to have to come crashing down. Just a matter of when, not if. A lot of you guys in the community didn't like that, and I hear you. I did think it would top out at around 11, and it actually went over 18, so it definitely went way further than I thought it would. But you know, I stuck to my prediction. Thought it would have to come down, and today we're getting some massive pullback. But yeah, no company-specific news to justify this price action today. It just seems like the squeeze is coming to an end here. Momentum cooling off, people taking profits, shorts coming in, so still a retail favorite. I'm still rooting for the apes, but don't be too greedy, guys. Make sure you take your profits. All right, let's jump right in. Let's go ahead and analyze here. So first of all, this appears to be a cup and handle. Bottom of the cup being the low of 160, and there can be multiple possible tops. It can be $18, which it hit yesterday, and if it is $18, that would mean it's a bearish indicator because this would start to pull back to form the handle, which it actually already did. So it's actually no longer bearish. It's looking pretty bullish again, and it should run to the upside again pretty soon. But if the top is not 18, it can also be 1925, 2005, or even the high of 2720. So the cup and handle is a bullish indicator, no matter where the top is. Today, we had a gap down at 1375. So that's a bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to 1375 eventually to fill that gap. In the previous shows, I did point out that we had multiple bull flags. Here was the first one, broke out to the upside. Here was the second bull flag, broke out to the upside. And then we had another bull flag developing. Looked like it was due for another breakout, but this time it got rejected. So unfortunately, the rejected bull flag is a bearish indicator. We did have a gap up at 860, so that's a bearish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back down to 860 eventually to fill that gap. In the aftermarket here, this is pulling back down to 995. So if this aftermarket action holds, that would be a bearish indicator for tomorrow. That is suggesting that tomorrow the stock will sell off as well. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now this is sitting on the support of 1010, which it finished at today. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 1030, 1050, 1090, 1125, 1170, 1205, 1240, 1270, 1305, 1340, 1395, 1440, 1475, 1555, 1590, 1715, 1795, 1840, 1925, 2005, and then the high of 2720. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 980, 945, 915, 880, 850, 820, 790, 765, 735, 710, and then 685. There is support below 685, but we're not going to discuss that right now. So right now at the current price, 1010, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty decently sized. So expect a regular amount of price action either way this goes. However, if/when this breaks 1050 to the upside, the channels start to open up and get really wide. So expect a significant increase in price action if/when this breaks 1050. RSI is currently at 57, so major pullback in RSI there. This was overbought and overvalued yesterday, so pretty average now, a little bit above average. So according to the RSI, the current price of 1010 should be a little bit lower. And this did 31 million in volume today, way above the average of 4 million. So this sell-off today was confirmed by the volume. And we are getting some pretty big pullback in volume the past couple of days. So it does appear like momentum is cooling off and the squeeze is coming to an end, for now at least. Okay guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. So yeah, I did say yesterday it was way overdue for a pullback. I did say that shorting in the $15 range would easily be a 45% gain to the downside. And honestly, I didn't think it would come down this quick, but here we are. So yeah, it does look like the squeeze is coming to an end for now, and the stock is returning to the average here. But still very volatile, so still opportunities to make money on both sides. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice. Honestly, the current price of 1010 is a way better price than yesterday at 15, and it is an acceptable entry. Pretty average entry here, but I do believe there is more downside to go. Again, there is the gap up at 860. I think it will pull back down there. So I don't really have a problem with you guys going long at 1010, the current price, but if you hold off for a little bit, you should be able to get a better entry at 860 and lower. So I would support going long at 860, and if it pulls back, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. And then eventually, this should come back up to 1375 to fill the gap down. So from 860 up to 1375, that would be about a 40% upside. So I think going long at 860 would be a medium risk, high reward play. Definitely worth the shot in my opinion. Now, if you want to go short now, financial advice, you missed a lot of downside already. I said go short yesterday, back at 15, pulled back very significantly, 34%, but there is still a bit more downside to go here. Again, I do think the gap will fill at 860, so from the current price of 1010, there's still another 15% downside here. So the fat tendies are gone, but you still have a chance to make a decent amount of money on the downside here. So I would say going short here would be a medium risk, medium reward play, because this should come back down to 860 to fill the gap, but it's still very volatile. Anything can happen. So personally, I wouldn't go for it because there isn't enough downside potential to justify the risk, in my opinion. But honestly, you should be able to make a relatively easy 15% downside gain. So I can't support going short at 1010. And I would say cover at 860 where the gap is. May go lower than that, but I would definitely cover at 860. So yeah, pretty straightforward, guys. Crazy stock, crazy price action for the last few months. It already squeezed twice. Looks like this squeeze is coming to an end, but I would not be surprised if it squeezes again in the near future. So don't be afraid to take your profits, guys. Don't get too greedy. And yeah, if you want to go long, I think there's a bit more downside to go, so I wouldn't go long just yet. I would hold off, try to get this back at 860, where the gap is. I think that'd be a much better entry. And if you want to go short, you missed a lot of downside already, but still a bit more downside to go. So while I personally wouldn't go for it, you should be able to make about 15% to the downside here. So I would support going short at 1010, and I would cover at 860 where the gap is. And yeah, eventually, this should come back up to 14 to fill the gap and higher. So rooting for you, apes. But yeah, it looks like the squeeze is over for the moment. So I would suggest taking your profits and coming back when this is ready to squeeze again. So sorry to everyone who lost money in the stock today. And good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is RDBX Redbox Entertainment. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe. And catch me every weekday after market close on The Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know. Diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.